All right, guys, this is Crazy Kev here, and I'm here with UFC fighter Josh Fremd. Josh, how we doing, my man?
Doing well, man. It's a beautiful Saturday morning here in Colorado. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I can't complain. And Josh, man, you got a fight coming up with Andre Petroski, man. Man, talk to us a little bit more about that matchup.
Yeah, man, it's a pretty good matchup. I think for both guys. It's a style that I've fought my entire career, basically a wrestler trying to take me down, hold me down, and pretty much hug me the whole time. So, I think it's a good matchup for me. I think it's a good matchup for him. I think it's a fun one for the crowd. I think it's going to be a banger, and two Pennsylvania kids fighting in Denver. Who would have thought?
Yeah, no, it's definitely awesome. And I'm also from Pennsylvania, so this is pretty sick as well too.
Yeah.
That's definitely awesome. And on top of that too, man. I mean, what's maybe the nerves like going into this matchup against Andre?
Oh, I mean, it's not nerves specifically because of the opponent. I think it's nerves just you get nervous every fight, and people who say they don't just are lying. I think it's a good kind of nervous. It makes you on point. You you got a good opponent against you. Um, I think it's exciting. It's technically not technically, but I guess it's kind of a home fight for me. I've been living in Denver for a while now, for 4 or 5 years, and it's kind of a home game for me. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah, I'm a little nervous because friends, family, everything, but that's also the fun part. I get to go out and I get to put on a show in front of all the friends I've made out here. I get to put on a show for my family who's going to fly out here. It's a good kind of nervous energy.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome to hear, man. And with Andre coming up, man, are you doing any sort of hip conditioning, get your hip ready to face him?
Oh man, I don't think I need to get my hip ready. I think he needs to just work on where he puts his head. But people I've trained with, they'll tell you, man, I got some of the boniest hips in the world. So they call him John Bones Jones, but I'm telling you, I'm just skin and bones. So if he tries to shoot and he hits my hip, I feel bad for him.
Fair enough, fair enough. And man, when you're in the gym, I mean, what do you typically do to try to get prepared for this matchup here?
Everything, boxing, grappling, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, kickboxing, anything and everything. I got a really good stable of training partners out here in Denver at Factory X, and the guys have, it's not tech, it's never a camp per se. We live this lifestyle, we train every single day. And we're just getting after it every single day, getting better, and um, just yeah, training, man, every day, trying to get better at every single thing.
Yeah, yeah, no, that definitely makes sense, man. And what's maybe some of your favorite things that you like to do during fight camp, man?
This.
Ah, there you go. That's awesome,
Uh,
man.
I just moved into a new place actually recently, a couple weeks ago. So just it's been me and my dog just hanging out, checking out the new area. I like to go up to the mountains. I got a bunch of friends who like to hike, trail run. I've recently gotten into mountain biking a lot. Anything active. I mean, even during camp, like it gives me a little escape, if you will, because it's every single day, multiple times a day I'm training. So I need a little outlet, something that's not fighting, to get me back to normal, back to center. So anything active outdoors, I love to do.
That's definitely pretty cool, man. And you showed us your dog, man. What's your dog's name, man? And how long?
My dog's name is Odin. Got that name. I got him back when Marvel was first coming out, like the Infinity War was coming out, and I'm a huge Marvel nerd. Like, I make fun of people who like Harry Potter and all that, but I'm just as bad with superheroes. So, yeah, I got him about 5 years ago. Yeah, that's my dude, my first dog ever.
Man, that's definitely some good stuff. Dogs are definitely awesome. And you mentioned you're a big Marvel fan. What's maybe some of your favorite Marvel superheroes, man?
Actually, no, I'm not a superhero fan. I'm a Thanos fan.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I really like the story and the dynamic of Thanos, and I think I mean Josh Brolin playing him. I don't think you could have cast it any better.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a solid choice, man. And you mentioned a little bit about like mountain biking and stuff too. Do you think that maybe helps you at all with like your cardio and stuff when you're training?
Um, I mean it's a different type of cardio for sure. I would say there's benefits to it for sure. Um, I think it gives me a benefit in athleticism. Like I'm real big into snowboarding too, and just the balance that it takes, the strength that it takes for mountain biking as well. I mean, it definitely gives me an athletic advantage for sure.
Yeah, yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. And you got a bunch of tattoos on your arm, man. Talk us more about your favorite tattoos that you have.
Yeah, okay, so, funny story. This one up here, I
Okay.
got in college,
Oh, dude, that's sick.
just kind of a representation of the quote unquote American dream. Um, I'm a little cynical. The roses I got, I actually traded once I found out what girls were. I traded my violin in for a tattoo. So my tattoo artist gave me technically a free tattoo. These two, this one's actually my favorite so far. That's one of my favorite philosophers, Pittacus. Just real big into stoicism. You know, not too high, not too low, kind of right in the middle, if you will. And then Ares right here on the forearm, really big warrior. Obviously, I fight MMA, so I try and keep the balance of trying to be stoic, but also be a warrior when necessary.
Yeah, no, this is definitely some sick tattoos, man. I mean, how long have you had them on you for now?
My forearm, I recently just got done actually, like 6, 7 months ago, and then the upper arm, shoulder, that was 6 years ago. It took me a while to get another one.
Wow, wow, okay, fair enough. And do you happen to plan to maybe get any more in the future or what?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I want to obviously finish this one up. I want to get my chest done. I want to get something on my neck. I do want to get a leg sleeve. So I have a lot of plans. I just I've been training so much and moving out to Colorado, expenses, it's a whole different world out here. So eventually, yeah, I definitely want to get yadded up a little bit more.
I hear you. I hear you. And talking a little bit more about getting yadded up. I mean, what do you plan to maybe get on your neck, man? I mean, that definitely always freaks me out. I feel like that would definitely hurt to get it on your neck, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, nothing crazy like in the front. Definitely on the side. I had this deal with myself that my first UFC contract I would get a neck tattoo, but I'm really close with my grandmother, and she is not a big fan of that. So I'm just kind of I don't want to say I'm waiting until she goes away. I'm just like trying to be a good grandson, and not go home with a neck tattoo and freak her out. But yeah, just something on the side. I'm not sure just yet. I still got time to think about it. Tattoo on my chest. I'm thinking maybe the Pittsburgh skyline. I like that, with the bridge and everything on there. And then I think my leg sleeve. I want to do just different. I won't say anime or cartoons or whatever that like kind of got me into fighting. I'm big Dragon Ball Z. I love Gundam Wing, different things like that. I'd like to get uh, something like a themed on my leg, if you will.
Yeah, yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. And there's like a WWE wrestler, Cody Rhodes. He's got like a tattoo on his neck. Have you happened to seen that? And if so, what do you think about that?
I think it's dope. I actually watched the documentary on Cody Rhodes. I used to be when I was a kid, like super big into WWE, and then once I started like boxing and fighting and wrestling, I was like, oh, that shit's fake. But recently, I've watched like the documentary on him and how he's went, his whole story and when he got the neck tattoo. I think it's badass. I think it's cool. Um, he can pull it off. So you got to find something that you can pull off personally.
Yeah, yeah, no, I definitely agree. And when you were watching wrestling, do you happen to have maybe a favorite wrestler when you were growing up?
Yeah, John Cena. I was that guy.
That's definitely a solid choice, man. And we were first talking about it. I had Dumas on, man. He was claiming he was high during your fight, and then you started, showing off. You were smoking a little bit too, man. I mean, what do you think about those comments on that, dude?
I just I don't even really want to comment on it anymore. He's just so stupid. I like to believe that I'm an intelligent guy. I mean, I'm fighting for a living, so how really smart am I? But yeah, I mean, he's just any excuse you can come up with a book that guy's got. I have what, 3 losses in the UFC now, and like I could name several excuses for each one, but I don't because I'm a man and I just accept it and I move forward and try and get better. That's not him. That's not how he rolls. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, yeah, no, I definitely hear you there. And with smoking and stuff, do you happen to take like breaks and stuff, like for fight camp or anything like that? How's that kind of work?
Nah, I'm high right now. No, I'm playing. I am. I was just getting done cooking lunch, but yeah. I mean, I take a couple weeks off beforehand just to, you know, I guess more mental than anything. But it's not always like that. Like I remember, what was it? I mean, the fight with Cedric I was smoking that. I didn't smoke that day because I think he's bullshitting you because you get drug tested, and if you come up pissing hot on fight day, then they can figure that out and you'll get in trouble, but whatever. But like I've smoked the whole lead up to it. I would smoke before weight cut. Like it's weed. It's not gonna affect you the way that he's saying it's gonna affect you.
Yeah, yeah. No, and with you mentioning you've done it and stuff like during weight cutting and stuff, do you think that maybe like helps you or hurts you or anything like that?
Nah, I mean for me personally, it just chills me out. You know, just listen to music, do what you got to get done, and not complain about it. I think it helps.
Yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense. And do you happen to have like any favorite like go-to meals when you're on that stuff, man?
Am I getting ready for a fight or am I not?
Either.
Uh, Either one. Yeah, I don't know, man. I try and keep my diet the same no matter what. I think that what really changes is portion size for me. I'm real big into I mean, recently I've been buying whole sections of meat and cutting my own steaks like a butcher. I think I found a new hobby, being a butcher. It's kind of weird. But yeah, like steak, sweet potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and if we're getting like junk food, just a mean chocolate milkshake would be fire for me.
That's definitely fire. That definitely sounds good. And let's say you're having somebody over, you're trying to impress them. What's maybe something you'd make for them?
Oh, marry me chicken, like Tuscan chicken. Oh, I mean, yeah, if we're talking about having girls over, I can throw down in the kitchen. But if it's just my boys coming over, I got this sweet little flat top grill. I'll throw some burgers on there, some hot dogs.
Yeah, no, that's definitely pretty sick, man. And you mentioned you like to do a lot of stuff outdoors. You're cooking. I mean, is there any other new skills you're trying to maybe pick up as well too on the side?
Yeah, man. I mean, always trying to learn something new. I think I'm still waiting for my I bought a saxophone, a used saxophone. I've always been into jazz and all that, and it's just I could never afford it when I was younger. A saxophone's ridiculously expensive. And I want to learn how to play that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely pretty cool. Is there any certain songs you'd like to maybe learn how to play on the saxophone too?
Anything by Boys to Men, that'd be cool.
That would definitely be cool. And speaking of music, man, have you been to any cool concerts recently or just in general?
Yes. Oh man. I've been this past year. I was actually talking to my buddy about it. Uh, Concerts and comedy shows. I've been hitting it hard this past year. We'll start with comedy shows. I just bought tickets to my favorite comedian as of this moment, Andrew Schultz, in October when he comes here to Denver. So as soon as they went on sale yesterday, I bought those. But once I go see him this year alone, I would have seen in 2024 Shane Gillis, Matt Rife, Dan Soder, Burt Kreischer, and then Andrew Schultz. That's kind of fucking sick, dude. That's
Yeah,
like
definitely
the
sweet, man.
top comedians. I've just been so lucky and so blessed to be able to do that. And then concerts. Oh man, so many. I'm a huge R&B guy, so like Bryson Tiller, Jacquees. I've seen Brent Fias recently. Um, Morgan Wallen country concert. Actually, on July 13th, the day of my fight, there's a concert. Uh, my friends are calling me stupid, but man, if I go out here and I do what I plan on doing, I might still hit this concert if I can. So we'll see. We'll see.
That'll definitely be sick, man. And man, when it comes to just like outside the cage and stuff too, I mean, you mentioned you like to watch Marvel and stuff. Do you happen to do like any sort of reading or anything like that as well too?
Yeah, yeah, big into reading. Like I said, I'm a philosophy major in college, and like I just love reading about just different things in human nature and how that works. And I got a whole, not to say a whole, let's not be too crazy. I got a decent sized nightstand full of books. I got an audible app that's filled with some stuff that I like to listen to when I run. So, whole bunch of different things.
Yeah, no, that definitely sounds pretty sick, man. And one thing I always like to ask everybody I bring on the show is I'm a Taekwondo instructor. I've been teaching for 6 years, training for 19 years. So I started when I was 5 years old, and I just kind of love what I do, man. And with all the guys I have in my gym, what advice would you give them? Keep on coming into the gym to keep on getting better and better every day.
Show up. Keep showing up, even when you don't want to show up, even when you think you shouldn't show up. Just I was on a run the other day, and that's just it. It kind of hits you sometimes that man, there were days that I could have just not showed up again. I got my ass beat. Someone, just kicked the shit out of me. It wasn't a good training partner, or there's some things that happen in like fights. People pull out. You have to call off a day when you're an amateur. You call off work. You lose money here. You lose money there. There's been times where I've been flat broke, couldn't afford to go eat at, I had to steal food from Target or Walmart just to eat. But man, if you really want this, if you really want to continue doing this, just show up, work hard, and sacrifice everything.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's a solid message, man. And you mentioned like you're kind of fighting in like your hometown and stuff, man. Man, how like much of a hassle or how annoying is it to kind of sell all these tickets and stuff to your friends and family?
Oh man, that's what I love about this part. Being in the UFC, I don't have to do any of that. That's
Oh, there you go.
not That is not up to me. That anyone who has any questions, hey, Ticketmaster. That's what you can hit up. I don't get a percentage. I don't get anything. So if you come, you come. If you don't, you don't. That's I hated that when I was on the regional scene. Like if people hitting you up the day of to get tickets. Nah, man, I don't do that anymore.
No, I don't blame you. Like the UFC doesn't give you like a VIP link or anything like that. Do you know?
Nah, I got linked for like early tickets, but like pre-sale. And then they give me a couple tickets for friends and family, but other than that, nah.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. And now, like after your fights, like, do you happen to plan to like maybe stick around, maybe watch the fights in the crowd, or I know you mentioned now this time you're maybe trying to go to the concert, but like in the past, maybe.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I have teammates on it, which I do, I still have Cody Brundage is on this card with me. So, I believe I'm the first fight. I know I'm before him, but yeah, let me go out here and get the job done. And they're gonna try and kick me out, but I'm gonna sit around. I'm gonna watch Cody Brundage do his thing because that guy's a stud. And then afterwards, yeah, buddy, we're gonna have a good night.
Yeah. No,
I'm
we're
gonna
looking.
I'm gonna I'm gonna definitely try and like stay for a while at the venue. Because what are they added? Kevin Holland's fighting, so yeah, I want to watch that. And plus, a lot of my friends. So I keep a select friend group who really could care less if I fight or not, and none of them really have ever been to any live MMA fights unless it's been mine, and none of them have been to a UFC fight. So I am excited for to experience with them their first UFC fight because it's an amazing experience. No one puts on fights like the UFC.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with you there, man. And when it comes to like your teammates and stuff, like how nervous are you kind of watching your teammates go out there and compete and stuff?
Man, I get more nervous for my teammates than I do for myself because you have no control. When you're fighting, you can kind of control what you do in a sense, but like when someone else is in there, man, I know that we do this shit, but I just pray for everyone to be healthy. I don't want any of my teammates or anyone getting, drastically hurt to where they can't have a future because this is just fighting is just an event. It's just a part of our lives. It's just a chapter, and life continues after this. So I don't want any long term damage done to anyone. And I especially get super nervous when my teammates are in there because I can't control anything.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And like you mentioned, you don't want any like long-term damage to these fighters and stuff. Like, do you happen to like ever feel bad and stuff like after a win or something like that when you're competing?
Nah, we both signed the paper. We both acknowledge what the dangers is. Or, I could sit here and get upset or think scary things when, I've lost a couple times. And granted, they've all been decent, non-harmful stoppages or decisions. But no, I don't feel too bad. As long as I always go and check up on them. I'm the type of guy that's like, yeah, we're out here competing, let's get our money. And then when it's all done, hey, let's go have a beer, let's go smoke a joint, let's go be boys. Like I'm your everyday guy.
Yeah, no, definitely sounds awesome. And you mentioned you've been fighting a lot of wrestlers. Do you think if you beat Andre, you're going to be trying to call out a striker for your next fight?
Ah, I have a couple people in mind that I want to call out. Um, we'll keep that under the belt. Let me go out here and, you know, max effort and get this job done first. I'm not looking past Andre at all. I know he's a good wrestler, and he's a good competitor. So I'm gonna get the job done first, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, no, we're definitely looking forward to competing against him. And with that being said, man, I mean, it's been awesome talking to you. What's maybe your final message out there for the fans that are going to be watching this video?
Don't be a dumbass. Don't smoke before you fight.
That's a solid message, man. Yeah, definitely don't do that. So, yeah, man, Josh, it's been awesome talking to you, my man. We're looking forward to your next fight with Andre. And thank you so much for taking the time and coming on. And hopefully we can do another one in the future. Thank you again, my man.
Hey, no problem, dude. You have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, man, you as well. Enjoy the weather, man. My man. All right, take care.